Today we're going to be checking out the Skulldriver from Noise Pollution Pedals. So I hadn't even heard of these guys. A buddy of mine picked up the pedal and sent it straight over to me so I could check it out, which was super cool of them. And yeah, it's a modern metal overdrive. It's got a bunch of cool features that you'd expect. Instead of having the one tone option, you're going to have bass and treble controls, as well as a tight control. And that tight control really has a pretty wide sweep. You can get really, really tight all the way to super loose. And because of how much volume is on tap, it's just going to make the amp like super saturated to the point where we're almost getting kind of sludgy, doomy tones. Then of course you have your volume and drive controls. Like I said, buckets of volume on tap, definitely more drive than a standard, like say Tube Screamer overdrive. And then it has a 3-way toggle switch that I believe is controlling clipping. And in the middle, it seems to be the most docile. And then the two other clipping modes, top and bottom being my favorite. It just makes it a bit more aggressive. It feels like it gets a bit more angry and cutting and just kind of feels nicer to play. So we're going to have this going into my PV6505. This is going to be going into the lead channel on the high gain input. And that's going to be going into my 2-Notes Captor X with a DV77 and VM1265 speaker. Then we're going to be hearing that outside of a mix on that same exact setup. Let's check it out. This thing did the trick, especially with my Cerberus guitar, which doesn't have the hottest pickups in the world on it. So it's not going to be driving this amp super hard, but with this pedal, it just absolutely made the thing come to life and just really roar. It sounded great on my PV. That tight control is kind of what really makes this thing. So you can get it absolutely as tight or as loose as that you want it to be. And then, like I said, that clipping control was just kind of an extra little thing. Didn't need to be on there, but without it, I wouldn't have gotten it as aggressive as I would have wanted it. And of course, some people are probably going to want a little less aggression depending on the amp or the sound they're going for. So it's cool to see that. All the tone controls were super usable anywhere they were. There wasn't anywhere that was like super harsh or super like just crazy dark and you couldn't use it, or too woofy and fat. So I think that's also a good sign of a pretty good overdrive, especially for metal guys. You don't want it to be, you know, something where you can only use, you know, 10-20% of the range of the knob that you have. You want to be able to, you know, set it and get all kinds of tones. So I'm going to link to their social media. I don't believe they have a website. I think they sell exclusively through Reverb. But let me know if you dug this or if you tried anything for noise pollution or think I should try anything else from them. Like I said, this was my first introduction to them, and it was a pretty cool pedal. Looks sick. Absolutely can't complain. Sounded absolutely just aggressive and thick and destructive through my PV. So thanks for watching, guys. Stay metal.